Good morning. Happy first vlog of the new year. There's just like paint on my sweatshirt. This was my painting sweatshirt at some point last year. Right now, I am just trying to maintain and sorry, I gotta go up. I'm not doing the right steps here. I'm just trying to maintain where I'm at right now, and I have probably gained about 5 to 6 pounds. So I want to maintain being there. I have been getting a lot stronger on a lot of my exercise movements, like my leg extensions, some of my pull-ups, depending on the day, um, and probably some more of my like squats, like goblet squats, and a couple of arm workouts. But and I can tell that that's the case because I haven't been on creatine in quite a while. I want to say about 2.5 months. So I just ordered some more yesterday and I'll be back on that. So that's great. I don't want to get too winded here while I'm talking to you guys, so I'm going to keep it short and steady. Um, so let's talk about goals for the new year, specifically my goals and what I want to see myself achieve, what I'm aiming for. Um, like I said, that reverse was not great. Okay, this is a real trial and error video because I'm getting my words all mixed up. And it's like I can't talk and think at the same time while on the treadmill. So let's rewind. The reverse I did, a little update on that. So I reversed for about 3 months, and to be completely honest, it was trash. It was very hard to keep my hormones under control when it came to hunger. And I was eating everything. So the only thing that really helped combat against fat gain, and even I did this wrong, but thankfully I did it wrong because I would have gained a lot more than 5 to 6 pounds, is that I was told to taper down my cardio versus cutting it in half. So I was tapering down my cardio, was which really meant that I was only taking away like 5 minutes per day of my cardio session compared to the week prior. Whereas I probably should have been cutting my cardio in half completely and doing about, I believe, 2 days less than usual to start off. Hopefully that makes sense. Um, so um, I decided to kind of back off of that around. So to put it in perspective how much cardio I was doing, at the end of my prep, I was doing, I believe, an hour and a half of cardio. So when you're like tapering that down in like the most minimal way possible, I was doing cardio for quite a while. I am now doing 40 minutes of cardio about 3 times a week, but at the time that I realized I was still doing way too much cardio, I was still doing 45 minutes a day. So I've been doing like the 40 minutes 3 times a week for about 2 weeks. And I've been seeing the benefit of that. I have been seeing my legs look better. Granted, not today because my carbs were so high yesterday. Um, I was just eating a lot of unplanned items yesterday. So I knew that my carbs would affect the way that I felt and looked today. Other than that, my abs are still strong. If anything, they feel stronger. They are barely there. You can see them if I flex or first thing in the morning. You're like, oh, they're there. But at the end of the day, you're like, they were there. And now all the food I ate is there. So um, there's that. And that's normal. That's in a daily, you know, that's what your body does. It just holds water and it holds glycogen and it holds the food and it disperses it as needed. Blah, 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 blah. So this year, when I sat down to think about the goals that I really wanted to achieve for this 2024 going into 2025 year, I strongly felt the desire to eventually get on a bikini bodybuilding stage. The reason why um, I'm starting off with like a couple of mini cuts is because I want to start at a good starting point and be able to keep my body fat in check, but also keep it to a certain percentage where I am still benefiting to gain muscle, if that makes sense. I do not plan to step on a stage this year for 2024 because I know that there's so much I need to learn. I need to find a posing coach. I need to find a trainer who specializes in bikini bodybuilding. And I need to build as much muscle on my 5'5" frame as possible so that when I do eventually get back down to a stage lean aesthetic and body fat percentage, I can look full. I still look full. I still look compact. I also want to make sure that my calories are high enough so that when I do cut, I am still enjoying my life and have enough room to eat more food for fuel. My calories were very low, slightly below 10% when I did the transformation at the end of it. And that I felt, had I stayed within 10%, I might have looked a little fuller, but that was just a learning lesson that I had to go through. I had to go through learning lessons of, dropping below a certain percentage, carb cycling, refeed days, deload weeks, and What else? Oh, water depletions. Like, I had to go through all of that, or I chose to go through all of that so that I could figure out what actually works for my body, especially as someone who was training like a bikini athlete without um, without the stress of having to get on stage. It was a really nice trial and error period for me. So I realized that my body actually does super well on a lower fat, higher carb kind of meal, macro dealio, and that I always train better in the morning. I'm just a lot more optimal in the morning no matter what I do. Um, it is it's almost 8 o'clock now. I've been on here for 15 minutes just about, and I feel slow. I feel like I'm late to waking up, and it's something that's kind of just been ongoing since I ended the transformation. Like, my discipline has been AWOL. Like, it hasn't been very consistent, which, you know, of course it hasn't been. Like, discipline cannot be consistent without that mental aspect, that mental strength aspect. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I found out that I'm human and that my motivation has been um, non existent. Therefore, my discipline has been not even a thought. But when I do realize that I am not working towards the person I want to be, the woman that I want to be, the athlete that I intend to be, um, it snaps me back into reality to say, you know, this is nothing in comparison to where you could be and what you have already done for people around you. Because I can't talk right now. I deleted my social media because I was way too distracted and because I am someone who sets very um, unrealistic expectations on myself for a short period of time. So as soon as I take one step back, I just stop completely. And that's what I did. Um, I needed to focus on building skills, building back my discipline, building back my focus, um, aligning myself with my inner voice and finding out who I truly want to be, who I truly am, and figuring that out without the what's it called? Without the opinion or the opinion is not the word, but without the influence, there it is, without the influence of social media. So I took myself off of social media and I'm okay with that for now. I met with a friend who I met years ago. I say 7 years ago, he says longer. Okay. We met 7 years ago and he wanted to meet with me in person. And when we met, it was like very refreshing because, he just told me that I really motivate him. I really inspired him when I was posting all of my videos, my my Instagram reels, and just how I pushed every single day to reach that goal. And I believe him because I know that to be true for many people, that I inspired them and I motivated them. And I plan to keep doing that. But I also have to do a lot of things for myself and transforming my body and my mindset and my career, hopefully, is vital for me. Like, that is my lifeline right now, especially since I have closed my store and realized that transformation in myself and other people and giving above and beyond um, human connection to those who really need that is my purpose in life. So I hope that I can do that for you guys on this channel. And I just look forward to where the year takes me. Other than that, I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to read your comments and know like exactly what it is that you want to see on this channel. I didn't get to touch on everything. Sorry, I'm like breathing so hard into this mic. But yeah, I didn't get to touch on everything, but I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you want to see this year? I am terrible at filming in the gym, but I am going back to my traditional gym next month, probably closer to the end of February. So be on the lookout for those workout videos. They're not going to be like you watching me do 3 sets of the same thing and so on. It's going to be you seeing me do 1 set, me explaining to you how many sets I did and reps, and then moving on to the next one. Because I know for myself, I don't want to watch someone work out. Like, unless it's Christian Guzman, because he's got great commentary. And like, I just have been enjoying his vlogs more. I don't really care to watch people work out. So I don't want to bore you with that too much. But yeah, I didn't get to touch on everything I wanted to in this video, but it's a start to what other videos are to come. And yeah, thanks for watching me get my steps in. And hopefully there wasn't too much background noise. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.